The SQL Server 2019 database engine is now able to access database files stored in persistent memory devices. Persistent memory devices, abbreviated as PMEMs, are byte-addressable solid-state devices that are installed on the memory bus in a server's hardware. They're faster than flash-based SSDs, but the data that they store remains after power interruptions, unlike standard system memory. When SQL Server database files, transaction log files, and in-memory OLTP checkpoint files are placed on a persistent memory device, they're said to operate in an enlightened mode. With this mode enabled, SQL Server will access those files directly from the PMEM device, rather than going through the extra step of copying them to system memory, like it does for files stored on traditional disks. This new capability is called a hybrid buffer pool because it combines the standard in-memory buffer pool used for traditional storage devices and the efficiencies gained by directly accessing files stored in a persistent memory device without having to go through the operating system's I/O stack. Hybrid buffer pools are available in SQL Server 2019 instances running on both Windows and Linux operating systems, but they must be enabled using the global startup trace flag 809. To see if hybrid buffer pools are enabled on your system, simply run the database console command dbcc trace status 809. You can see on my system that they're not currently enabled. If you have the proper hardware configured on your system, you can take advantage of hybrid buffer pools by enabling them in SQL Server Configuration Manager. To do that, you'll right-click on the server instance and come down to Properties. Then we'll switch over to the Startup Parameters tab, and I'll add in a new startup parameter, -T809. I'll press the Add button, and then come down and press Apply. I'll say OK to this message that we need to restart our server, and then we'll come over to the Login tab and restart the server. Now I can dismiss this Properties window and switch back over to Management Studio. This time I'll re-execute the same command, and you'll see that my status has now been updated. Now if I were actually lucky enough to have a persistent storage memory device installed on my system, I could start gaining the benefit of the extremely fast storage solution that they provide.